how have I impacted my community and like the people I work with going into this community. I feel like I provide an open heart, or I try to as much as I can, as best as I can, and like be willing to like do whatever is needed, even if it's not exactly what I expected that I would be doing.
When I first started, I was worried that I wasn't making as big of an impact as I had hoped. And what I started to realize was that cultivating relationships is the utmost important thing when doing this work.
Overall, I think just being a part of this group of people at the school whose mission it is to make sure the students have a successful time here is how I feel like I've been most impactful. Just being a part of that group and thinking about that every day and trying to live that out.
The best thing about the work I do is being able to see the positive impact I'm having on my community. I can see it when I get to share the successes of the women who are in the midst of dealing with one of the most horrible experiences of their lives, especially in the feeling that arises when I know that they're allowing me to be part of their healing. It is both the hardest and most gratifying thing I have ever done. And for that, I am grateful to these women for what they have given me and how they allow me to help them to the best of my ability.
And being committed to advocacy, you really need to have resilience to know that advocacy works. And sometimes it takes a long time, but if you let the disappointments get to you and let them hold you back, then the change that you want to create is not going to happen. And I think even when something that we're doing in our advocacy doesn't come about, I know that the advocacy we have done is part of, a little mountain. It's like one little rock that's building towards something.
I know I'm making an impact by supporting my coworkers, being an advocate, and fostering community throughout our agency. I know I'm making an impact on myself by challenging myself to constantly address and unlearn white supremacist mindsets in my work.
You're not going to be able to fix all their problems. Working with youth involved in the criminal justice system, there's a lot of things that are out of your control. But, being there, listening, cultivating those relationships, bearing witness to what they have to say, what they've experienced, being that support system and building that trust is ultimately going to help them get to the future that they would like to have.
When I signed up to do this, I didn't sign up because I felt like the program was going to be perfect. I signed up because I wanted to make a difference, and I knew that this was definitely the place to start.